at 5 in the morning. I wake up to 5 for my earnings. Fear in my mind is a warning. Pray to the one.
Hey guys, ugh, I look a little crazy, but it is an exciting day, and obviously I have my little Velcro baby that I cannot put down. He knows what the camera is, so that's why he keeps smiling. But we are about to go tour one of my, I don't want to say my properties, but I'm speaking it into existence, my potential property, and I'm praying to the Lord that I get for the salon suites. I'm so excited. It has been a journey, and it still is a journey. Okay, go ahead, say hi. No, you can't grab it. Let's see if I can put them down here. Okay, don't mind the mess in the back. We are still in the process of moving, but I'm trying to give you guys a little update without making it long. So with this location specifically, I was able to submit a letter of intent. I don't have a lot of TI because it's a new landlord. They're not really willing to give it like anything per square foot, like money per square foot, which I was hoping, but I still get the 6 months free, which I can work with. The only thing is that permitting and licensing and all that stuff will eat up most of that time. Sorry, y'all, he's making this so hard to do this. Life with a crazy baby. Are you hungry? Hold on, let me see. I don't want nothing under like 2,500 square feet, but I was grateful enough to find something where I can get at least 4,000 square feet. And I know that's a lot for someone that's just starting, but I don't know. I just have the drive and the dedication to get that space for something. Like something's just telling me to get that much, but obviously it's in God's hands, truthfully, of like how it's gonna work out. But I feel like I can do a lot with that space. Another thing, finding contractors and architects has been the hardest thing. They either need me to have the lease, yes, the lease in hand, or they need me to have I just learned of a test fit drawing. Architect needs to talk to the previous architect of the building. Like it's been so, like everyone has a different way of doing things. That's what makes it so hard. Mind you, I've been doing all this virtually. I've been scheduling a lot of these walkthroughs to get an idea of if the space is even feasible for a salon suite. Yeah, a lot of them prefer you to have the lease in hand, and that's another thing because I don't want to sign a lease and once again it's not feasible enough for a salon suite. Now the HVAC is broke or the outlets are shot or all this other stuff. Like there's no physical way of putting plumbing in there. Like you have to make sure and that's why it's hard when you first do something or you first start this business because you don't know. Like I can research as much stuff as I want, but mind you, it's like I'm researching what flooring to put in, this, that, and now another issue pops up or something else pops up or a question pops up and I don't know how to answer it without looking it up. So it's hard, and it comes with the process of learning. Me being as transparent as possible, bear with me because not everyone can probably do what I'm doing or feel comfortable, but I am at a point now where I feel like a risk is needed. So I lost my job in about the end of July. I knew I was going to lose it though because I had a lot of coworkers that also got laid off due to the government cuts. So I wasn't shocked when it happened, but it still kind of hit me like, dang, like now I don't have that consistent income coming in. So I really took it as a sign from God because when I say I was stressed, y'all, I did not know how I was going to work that full-time job, care for a newborn, all of that stuff. So when they told me I was laid off, I wasn't sad. I mean, I wasn't like happy, but I wasn't like depressed or sad. I was just like, okay, you know what? this is your season to grind, and that's just what I was gonna do, and that's what I'm doing now. I did have my own personal investment. I'm just going all in, y'all. I'm not gonna lie, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but my goal was to not have to take out a loan if I didn't have to, and that's the issue I've been running into, because I've been quoted at 750,000 or 400,000 just for a second generation. One of the contractors wanted me to sign a contingency contract, and I just knew in my spirit that that just wasn't right. Signing a contract is kind of crazy because that's the purpose of a contractor. Take your pictures, take your project overview, take whatever they need to know about the project and give you a bid. But she was saying, oh, well, if I'm going to tour your properties, and do all these walkthroughs, I need to make sure that you only pick me, is what the contract said, and that I can't accept bids from nowhere else. Whatever number she throws at me, I have to do it. She was trying to get me to pay 750,000 for a second generation. That's insane. That's pretty much an update. Yeah, so I'll keep you guys updated.
You have an entrance, which you could always do that super cute.
Yeah.
Okay, that could work. Then you have all this to build out, which only tear out, obviously, is the floor and this. Okay, maybe 3. Then here, when you come into this area here, this is where it works into, you already have plumbing.
Yeah, okay.
So then this could always be shampoo area, and then you already have water on this side also, which could be another situation. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but it's going to take somebody to look past all the murals and everything. You could take this and you could sell them as a salon suite with a shampoo bowl.
Okay.
This one has 2 bathrooms already in here.
Okay, perfect. Wow.
Looting it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So get your little hair done and let your kids run around.
Yeah.
Put up some of those, whatever those things are called. You know what I'm talking about, the sunshade things?
Yeah.
Pop those out. You
I like this.
Eating out here, you can make this a cafe
Yeah.
type area. So it's got potential. So like I said, you got to get past some of the other stuff. Okay, so then.
Y'all, it feels like the devil's ass out here. I'm sweating right now so bad because we just toured the property and it doesn't have no AC in there. So please don't mind me, but a little update. I love my realtor, and it's funny because I wasn't gonna go with the realtor at first, which is not a smart decision to do at all, but she just understands my vision and she supports me 100%, and she advocates for me so much, and that's what she's doing now. It used to actually be a daycare, which is good because there's plumbing in there, there's bathrooms in there, there's a lot of space. The only situation right now is that I potentially need a cosigner. If I get a cosigner that has a high credit score, and I hate, like, if you guys know me, you know I hate asking people for favors, especially favors this big. It's a really, really, really big ask. So I get it. Like, I understand if people say no, but I hate putting people in that situation where they feel like, you know, they don't want to say no to me and they're just saying yes just because, but they're not comfortable. I hate that, and I don't want anyone to think that I want to ruin, like, friendships, family ships, whatever the case may be. I just hate these awkward situations because of these freaking student loans. I need to figure out something else, like a plan B, C, D, E, and the first plan A is me getting that cosigner is going to be my best bet. That's all they need to see is a cosigner. If I can't, then I have to try to either put more money down, which my realtor doesn't want me to do, because they want me to save all that money for build out, which I get. So a little frustrating because I know that this issue is going to come up a lot because of my credit. So even if I don't get this property and we go for another one, it's still going to be the same thing because my credit is still not where it needs to be. I just, you know, like, you see things online of people going through the process and it's so easy for them. I'm just like, what am I not doing right? I will keep you guys updated. This is probably the hardest process, and we'll just go from there. Hi guys. So today is finally the day. It's deposit drop-off day. I am officially becoming a salon suite owner. This is something I prayed for the like, if you know me, you know I've been wanting this for so long. Last year I was pregnant, so a lot of things kind of went to the back burner. I was focusing on my health as well as my baby's health because I was in a high-risk pregnancy. So I honestly didn't want no stress. I didn't want to do nothing extra person. So I just took a break. I really just said, you know what, I know I want the salon suites, but let's give it a year and then we'll start back up. So once I had my baby, it has been a non-stop thing of me pushing for it and praying every day and, you know, just putting it in God's hands, to be honest. To be in the position that I am in, especially at my age, for y'all that don't know, I am only 25, so I'm grateful. I'm very grateful. Like, words can't even explain it. Quick overview. So the negotiation process of this whole thing has been going on for the past month and a half, where in November, this probably started like end of July, August, and then the negotiation probably started in October, and now we're November 24th. So now it's time to just drop off the deposit. I did sign the lease on Friday. My lease does not start until January. I was able to get a couple months free rent and even half rent after that. So now it's just locking in because I need to utilize as much of that free rent as possible. So now all we have to do is drop off this deposit, and then I have to provide the proof of insurance, which I'm probably going to do tomorrow through email. That way I can get the keys earlier. So even though my lease doesn't start until January, at least that way I'll be able to go in, get the keys, and start cleaning and getting everything prepared for construction to start, or the build out process to start. So let's go get the keys, or I wish I was getting the keys. Let's go drop off this deposit and then get this process started.
Oh my God, what the fuck?
I have been through a lot the last day. I don't even know where I left off updating y'all, so let me update y'all. So yesterday was gonna be a great day because that was the day I was gonna turn my deposit in to make sure I solidified this lease. I had to go to a bank that was here because my current business bank is not in this state. So because it's not into the state, I can't get a cashier's check from there. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I go to a bank that I have here and I'm like, hey, I want to pull from this account so I can put money into this account so I can get a cashier's check. They say, cool, that's called a cash advance. When you do a cash advance, there's a lot of rules that come with that. I'm not sure why. Some banks told me that if it gets declined one time, they can't do it again. Some banks told me if it gets declined 2 times, they can't do it again. So everyone's different. It just depends on the branch or the bank that you go to. So I'm looking hit, y'all. That's how you know it's the next day and I've been stressed. So just ignore me. But I go to the bank yesterday just for me to go inside, and they try it one time, it declines. I call that bank to see why. My limit isn't high enough. My daily spend limit was like 5,000 or something. So I had to increase it to way more because that's how big my deposit is. It declined again. Now I only have one more chance at this bank. Finally, I talked to a supervisor at my other bank and she increased it to the amount it's supposed to be at. Y'all, why did it decline again? At this point, I'm like, okay, let me just try to do a wire transfer. I pressed saved. It thought it updated. So now I'm locked out of my wire transfer for 2 days. And I'm just like, bro, what is happening? Long story short, I just gave yesterday to God and I said, God, please take this stress away from me because I was so stressed. I didn't know what to do. I felt bad because I didn't want it to look a certain way because, one, not only did I go through a very extensive negotiation phase, but they also came back around after my credit was already low, but they offered me the property on certain, you know, what's it called? Circumstances or whatever. So it's like that's already in the air. So I don't want them to already have a perception of me. Now I'm giving them the deposit late. Now I'm telling them, oh, well, now can you guys do a wire transfer? Like, I'm asking for a lot and I don't want it to look like that. So I was more so frustrated because of that. And, you know, like, I know this is out of my control, but it's like, you know, you don't want to go into a business deal with all these excuses, even though they're not excuses, they're the truth. But it's like, that's just what it seems. They don't know my business and they don't need to. So That's why I was a little frustrated. So something just told me, just call your old bank or your other bank where your actual, you know, where my money is, and just ask them, like, just look into why I cannot pull this money out. And my limit was only set for 24 hours. So after 24 hours, it was going to go back down. So I needed to use it by today. So finally someone was able to check. I called 2 people today. The first person couldn't help me. Second person, finally she was able to help. She noticed that my single transaction limit was so low that I could not use it at all. So I had to delete it, but I had to delete it outside of the app and on the browser. Y'all, this is how much I had to go through. So she said I should be able to use it now. I should have no problems. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try it one more time getting this deposit. If it does not work, I have to wire them the money on Friday or something when my account lets me activate the wire transfer. So we just left Bank of America. The guy told me, he literally was like, you know, we can do a cash advance for you, but we only can do it one time. After one time, we cannot do it again. I'm like, please, God, I'm praying so hard, y'all. I was praying. And finally, it went through. Even every bank I went through said that they have never done an amount this large. So that's probably another reason why I didn't go through. I don't know. So I was just nervous. But long story short, we got it. So now that I'm looking a hot ass mess, I'm not gonna go drop it off today. I'm gonna go drop it off early in the morning so I can get that out the way, and at least that way I can look somewhat decent so they don't think I'm a crackhead. Yeah. So what was I saying? I'm having a very hard time getting a commercial insurance. I know someone that can help me, but I guess I'm not saying what a salon suite is. When you go to an insurance company and say, yeah, I'm a salon suite owner, they don't see it as that. They think that you're someone in the salon suite doing services as well, when that's not the case. You're actually a landlord for other beauty professionals that have their own liability insurance. You're just renting out units to them. But explaining that to them, they try to narrow it down, and there's nothing to narrow it down with. So I've been getting denied for every freaking insurance I applied for, and I need to figure it out, because for me to get the keys to my place, I need to have the insurance and the certificate and everything like that to show the landlord by like tomorrow. And it doesn't make it no better that Thanksgiving is on Thursday, so a lot of places and things like that are going to be closed. So I'm gonna go back home now, call a couple insurances. I probably update you guys once I drop off the deposit and have the insurance in hand to give to them. But yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Hi. Today is an exciting day and I'm looking at a mess. Oh my god, look at my... Alright, let's just ignore that. It's gonna be a lot of that. Like I said, I want to give y'all the rawest of it all, and if I got a crust on the corner of my mouth. But we get to go get the keys to the property today. So they finally approved the insurance. So now we are really, like, this thing is happening. I'm nervous, y'all. I'm so nervous, but I'm excited at the same time. So not only am I doing the salon suites, also in the process of trying to get another car, also in the process of trying to lose weight and dealing with the 1-year-old. Like, it's about to be a lot, but guess what? God put me in this position for a reason, and I'm gonna make him proud, him and myself. So we got this. The next 7 months is gonna be different. We literally just got off the flight from Jersey to Arizona, and I'm literally about to go see the property. Like, isn't this crazy? And I'm tired. I'm so tired. Guys, we are here.
Oh god.
Guys, we have the key.
Oh wait, this is on me. How did I flip it? Oh, that's a funny moment.
Guys, we got the key. That's a funny moment.
Man, it was recording me. Face was all on the camera.
And they left the Dyson that we're gonna keep. All these water jugs in here. A recliner chair. Oh no, they left a lot of stuff. This is really the space. Like, if you look at it, this is going to be sweet. I don't even know if I'm standing in the hallway or not, but I think this is the hallway. I don't know. But I had to let them know that that's just not about to happen. If I have to go to court, which I might have to do, I am fucking annoyed. I'm fine. It's fine. Just ignore the red face. My stress from today. That red side is all my stress. At this point, you guys are half-assing. Not doing your job. Every worry I possibly had going into this couldn't have prepared me for this being what was going to cause me the most stress. Now I know what I'm going to title this. The Architect from Hell. I apologize if you guys are not believers in cuss words.
At 5 in the morning, I wake up to fight for my yearnings. Fear in my mind is a warning. Pray to the one you're relying. I've been wondering.